When your switch loads, there's going to be a whole bunch of information that is displayed during the loading process. For example, what the version of the Bootstrap is, what the version of the iOS is that was loaded, some statistics related to the base Ethernet MAC address, as well as information relating to the amount of memory on the device or the type of processor being used. So we're seeing information during the boot sequence related to hardware and software on our device. Is there a way that I can verify that information after the fact? Because I don't want to have to reload ASW1 in order to verify that information again. Well, there's a command we can use, and that is the show version command. Show version. When we look at the output of show version, we can verify our hardware and our software. Cisco iOS software, Catalyst 2960 software, version 15.0. There's also a URL. If we need technical support listed, we can see some copyright information when this was compiled. But we can also see what's in ROM, read-only memory. We have a Bootstrap program, a Catalyst 2960 bootloader. What is the purpose of this bootloader? And what version are we currently using? Well, right now we're using version 12.2. It does not have to match the version of your operating system. And you can see here it doesn't. But the purpose of this Bootstrap program is to bring this device up from the time it was off till the time it's ready for you to start configuring or interacting with it, or even just forwarding frames. So the Bootstrap program is a mini operating system that says, okay, we've ran our power on self-test, we verified this, we verified that, let's load the operating system now. Now that the operating system's loaded, let's load the configuration file. So this Bootstrap program is very important. Without it, you will never get your device loaded properly. We can see how long this particular switch has been up for right now. It's been up for 20 hours, 54 minutes. We can see when the system was restarted. And we can see what system image file is being used right now and where it was loaded from. We can see it was loaded from Flash. And it is my Catalyst 2960 LAN-based K9 15.0-2 SE image. And it's a binary executable file. That's what the .bin stands for. We'll also see information relating to the fact that you better be careful if you are trying to export this product. Why is that? Because there are cryptographic features supported on this Catalyst 2960 that may not be allowed in other countries. So you better check out the policies and procedures of those other countries before you export this product out of the United States into another country. So if you need further assistance, you can even send an email to export@cisco.com. That's very nice of them to provide that there for us. And as we go down a little further here, you'll see that we have our switch, 24-port switch, running a PowerPC 405 processor. We can see the revision number of that as well. And this is how much memory we have. You can see the processor board ID. So if you ever experience issues with this particular switch, you know that that is the actual processor board ID. So if the processor board had to be replaced, that's the one we're looking for. We have one virtual Ethernet interface, interface VLAN 1. 24 fast Ethernet interfaces, 2 gigabit Ethernet interfaces. We have 64 kilobytes of flash simulated non-volatile configuration memory. There's our base Ethernet MAC address. Spanning Tree Protocol relies heavily upon this. And now look at those assembly numbers, those part numbers, those serial numbers. Might be good if you copy this down somewhere. This is giving you information about those parts that are in your switch. So if you ever experience issues, you have the part numbers, you have the assembly numbers, you have the revision numbers, you have the model number. All of that is listed right there. So it'd be a good idea to copy and paste this information somewhere so you have it as backup information in case the switch ever decides not to work anymore for you. Then right down at the bottom, little bit of summarized information for us. 26 ports in total. That's the model number. That's the current software version, and that's the current software image we are using. And also we can see our configuration register number down at the bottom. So show version, very, very valuable because it's giving you a listing of the hardware and software that is currently running on that Catalyst iOS switch.